from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL. There's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we saw Larry focus on the tight end matchup in his open. You think it's one to watch, don't you?
Definitely one to watch because these guys can create such big plays by all the different things they can do. Line up out wide, in the slot, line up in a normal tight end position, and then who are you going to cover them with? Is it a linebacker, a defensive back? They create mismatches all throughout the game.
Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from Lambeau. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Yeah, this Green Bay Packers offense will be commanded by Aaron Rodgers. Season 2016, Charles, obviously didn't end the way they wanted to, but what a run for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers from 4-6 to the NFC Championship game.
And that's what we'll remember the most, right to the brink of going to another Super Bowl for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. But I can't help but reflect on the 4-6 start. So many people were questioning Aaron Rodgers during that time. What was wrong with his mechanics? Why weren't they doing things a certain way? He answered those critics in a massive way.
Last 11 games, 30 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And a wide receiver to watch in this offense, certainly Jordy Nelson.
And most defenses watch him run past them. Jordy Nelson can run every route in the route tree and take it to the house.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, for the Giants defense here, looking forward to next season, what do they need to improve and where are they solid?
I think that they'll want to continue to get better at the linebacker position. I think they want to add another pass rusher because Olivier Vernon, who was a free agent pickup in 2016, did a tremendous job coming off the edge. I thought they really shored up the interior with Damon Harrison, a defensive tackle. Landon Collins played at an MVP level on the defensive side of the ball as safety, and Janoris Jenkins became an eraser out on the corner.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. As the Giants take the field, we focus in on Eli Manning. Turned 36 back on January 3rd. He's closing in on 50,000 career passing yards. And pending health, hopefully he'll be healthy. He should hit that 50K mark around midseason 2017.
Durable and extremely level. And I think back to when he first came into the league and people were, dinging him for not having more emotion when they watched him play. Well, that so-called lack of emotion is really good for a football team, really good for an offense. And Eli Manning, 211 straight starts and still doing it his way, which is quite good.
And now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now Manning throwing on second down to Shepard, complete over the middle. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's Darquan. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. Devon House in there to make the stop. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. They'll run again now with Darquan. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. Dix, he had 80 of those tackles this past season, 5 interceptions. Got him to a Pro Bowl in his hometown of Orlando.
How about that? That's got to be an incredible thrill for Ha-ha Clinton Dix to be able to come back to his hometown. He played at Dr. Phillips High in Orlando before going off to the University of Alabama and playing the Pro Bowl in front of all of his friends and family. And he's going to be a huge building block for Green Bay in 2017. Him at the safety position, not to get better at the corners, but of course Clay Matthews is still there too, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here.
Personal defense.
So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Darquan. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On the run, Darquan. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And it's so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Cobb. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Finding time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Offense to avoid stalling out, facing a third. They'll come out in the pistol. On play, it's Rodgers. Deep drop. All kinds of time. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Pass interference.
Pass interference call. Charles, you were a defender. You know how hard it is to defend the pass without committing this penalty.
And if they would let them play with a little bit more contact to give the defender a better chance, we wouldn't have nearly as many flags.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Off here to his running back, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. That's going to go as a loss, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw the recipe right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage and hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
One receiver left. On play action. Now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, bolder.
Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, running backs. They can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And ready for 3rd and 6. Throwing his right on 3rd down. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw. Lost it away, but that brings up 4th.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. To take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better.
I'm with you on that. Go ahead and be frank about the whole. Only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash. Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
On 1st down, Manning. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And a nice pitch and pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run with Darkwa. And some room to work. Cuts left. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 64 yards on the ground. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time they're able to him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. And he'll give it back. Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Nick Perry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, it's Manning. He's got time. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make it 6-0. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants defense getting ready to go here. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
And a give this time to the tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Surveying the field. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers throwing for his running back, and will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right at you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
And the 2016 NFL Comeback Player of the Year was Jordy Nelson. He had a fantastic year after the knee injury in 2015. Well over 1,000 yards again. And once again, he was the #1 target for Aaron Rodgers.
NFL high 14 receiving touchdowns. What dimension does he add that makes them so good on offense?
Dependability as well as speed. All right, Jordy Nelson's the type of guy who can run any route you want, yet he can also take the top off of a defense, as we like to say, by running past people. It's a heck of a combination to deal with. Plus, Aaron Rodgers knows when he gets in trouble, he just looks for Jordy Nelson, and 9.9 times out of 10, he'll find a way to get open.
That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run the option left. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy doesn't get all the credit, but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well-conceived, well-designed, and even better executed.
2 minutes remain. Lambeau following these words. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams from 3 yards out. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And his kick is right through. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on first down is Manning. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Manning. And no escaping this time as he'll go. Now Manning throwing on second down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look. 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On now is Brad Wing to kick it away for the Giants. Back deep is Trevor Davis. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Fresh set of downs here.
Check. 319.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Nelson's got it here right side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Rodgers to throw on second down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have arguably played well enough to be leading at this point, but you see the score and realize this one may very well come down to the wire. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Packers now late in the second. The pass will be completed on the slant, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown. They go ahead by 1. Still a little time left on the clock. Burnett's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. Staying late in the half. Pass will be completed over the middle, and the play will come to an end after a gain of 25. With that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to Lambeau Field for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A handoff as they run the counter play here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive, and when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Manning. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Manning to throw on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Finding time. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On first down, Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Keenan Robinson, the one that got him down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Randall Cobb. Packers add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job in go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
It's good, and now it's an 11-17-6. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right?
Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 66 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Eli's going to throw. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kicking team out there for the Giants. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up fine. We get a look now at the Giants defense as they file into position. They've had a couple passing touchdowns against them in this game, and that last drive they really got picked apart.
They've got to figure out how to tighten things up, because no matter what they've done, whatever adjustments they've made, offense has been a step ahead of them. So they've got to figure it out. Usually, a sack of the quarterback can help change the momentum.
Maybe bring some pressure.
I think maybe a little bit of pressure would help them greatly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
319.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got time. And some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken in at the 22. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And New York set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Surveying the field. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So completion on second down, that brings up third. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in how their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
We always like defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Manning now on first down. Finding time. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly yet at the same time under control.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll give it to him and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Manning now on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Now Manning surveying the field. Look at the time. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, Manning trying to lay one up deep. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Finding time. And incomplete on the deep ball. Orleans Darkwa, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
To go on 3rd. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And to give this time to the tailback. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was, and there was a loss on the play.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It'll be a minimum to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. What transpires after this? So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 12 yards to go on 3rd down. And they'll run it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.